How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the TD Takes podcast. How we doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, everybody?
Hopefully, everybody's doing all right. Ooh, excuse me.
Man, what was that? Who was that, man?
That was the computer dinging.
That was that computer, bro.
But yeah, tonight we're gonna do a little different than how we normally do. We're gonna do a little family fun episode. We're gonna kind of jump around on some different topics, and we're gonna get into a little questionnaire segment and a would you rather segment. So yeah, hopefully
Yes,
you guys like it, and
it is about to be a good one.
yeah, we're gonna hop right into it. So we're both obviously parents, and I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there are, or maybe soon. You never know. Favorite food to make for your kids?
I'm gonna have you go first on that.
So I figured it'd be easy for you, seeing as you got twins and all.
That's all right. I'll still have you go first.
Well, my son, he eats everything
But
because he's about to be one.
what's your favorite thing to cook them though?
He really, really likes homemade pie.
Homemade pie. What kind of pie?
Well, my favorite pie to make is my chocolate pudding.
Chocolate? I don't know if our girls like pie that much, but I know my son will. I'd say for us, I know Jordan likes mac and cheese like really, really a lot, and then
He does too. He definitely loves mac and
Scarlett,
cheese.
he likes cinnamon toast. Like the food.
Ooh,
We have
one
toast.
of so he gets mac and cheese from his babysitter a lot from Chick-fil-A, so he loves that. And then he's over at my aunt's, and my uncle Charlie, he makes cinnamon rolls for him, and he'll freaking chow down on some cinnamon
And
rolls, bro.
like eating
Yeah,
good.
he like I said, he eats everything at this stage, so it's nice because I don't have to worry about what I like. But yeah,
Yeah, and they
that's
like
on.
what another thing we do, man, is well, we haven't done it in a while, but we used to do is it's IHOP after like 4 o'clock or something like that. Kids eat for free,
What?
so you take the kids over there and they like pancakes. IHOP get down on them.
Right. That's what's up. See, I gotta start learning all the little tricks and trades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
you take the kids over there, and you'll be good. You'll be good. It's really, really, really good.
the next one you kind of put in there. You want to do it?
Favorite food to eat / favorite cookout food. You want me to go first on this?
Yeah.
And I have too much favorite food to eat, bruh. Low-key. I love like Chinese is really, really good. I love Chinese and Japanese and Thai food and what ribs? Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as cookout foods though, bro, if
Cookout food.
you got a really good barbecue rib,
Yeah. It's a must. If you ain't got good ribs that are falling off the bone good,
and honestly, bro, I'm not a huge fan of dry rub.
no, it needs to
I
be
like some messy rib.
lathered in some barbecue
Yep,
sauce with some butter, juicy
yep,
dripping, falling off the bone type shit.
yep. Another thing is I really like baked potatoes, loaded baked potato on some barbecue.
So funny that you bring that up because at my graduation party that I went to this weekend, that was what it was a loaded baked potato bar. And bro, and I tell you when I loaded it up, I put
Bro,
shredded chicken, ground beef, nacho cheese, green chili, sour cream, shredded cheese, guacamole, bro, butter, bro.
you just had one or what? I would have had like 6.
It was huge,
I would have had.
dude. This thing, I couldn't eat more than one.
Yeah, you gotta have some corn at the cookout. You gotta have some sweet corn, Midwest style.
I'm thinking, if you ain't got no type of bread, like a roll, like a Hawaiian roll or something,
Yeah, you gotta have that Hawaiian
it's a
roll.
must have. It's a must have. Yeah, I definitely agree though on the rib part. Favorite food to eat for me though, I would have to say, uh, homemade fat juicy burger with all the fixings on top, with a good big sesame seed bun.
Ooh, sesame seed bun.
Homemade French fries on the side, seasoned up with some Red Robin seasoning.
Oh,
Cause you
you're not.
already know how it is. That's I ain't trying to get off subject though. That's what I'm thinking though. That's what I'm thinking
But
though.
don't you have that? Can't you make all that? Because you got that's the cool thing. I don't have any of that. You actually have a grill,
Yeah,
and you got the
smoker, the Blackstone.
so you could really get down in the kitchen.
Yeah, I like to too. It's
You
fun.
might, but yeah, man. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Next topic is favorite Disney movie or Disney show.
We'll keep it. We're going back and forth since you did the first one and I just did the cookout. You can go ahead and go first on this one.
Okay. For me, I am a Lion King fanatic.
Which one? Which one?
Well, so I like all Lion King things. I'm original though. I like the original, but I will say that the new one that came out, it is pretty dang good.
Which one? Oh, Mufasa?
Let me go ahead and put you on, bro. Let me put you on, bro.
All right, so that's your. So wait, you're gonna say a 2024 movie is your all-time favorite Disney movie?
No, I said the original.
Which one? One, two, or three?
The original. The number one. The original. The OG.
Okay. What about now? What's your favorite show?
Man, back in the day, Sweet Life.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
Yeah.
Bro, literally gonna say that. That is.
No way.
I was just thinking. I was like, wow. With
You know what I was.
Julio Rodriguez. That long, Mr. Moses and shit. Oh wow. Disney movie for me. Let me look up. Let me look some up. Disney movie.
Nah, you should know this off the top of your head because I could look up a ton too. But
No.
I'm talking OG. You have to talk an OG movie, like OG. You could talk something new, but there's so many new ones, and they're making new ones. Like I haven't got to see the new Lilo and Stitch. I heard it's really, really good. They're already thinking about doing a sequel, like things like that. You never know. But you know, OG Lilo Stitch, OG freaking Aladdin, the new Aladdin. Like, bro, you know, come on. There's freaking Mulan. Like, brother, you got classics of classics on classics.
See, and I was gonna say Shrek, but Shrek's not Disney. But I would have to say,
Yeah, Shrek's not Disney. Shrek's Pixar. Or no, it's DreamWorks. Excuse me, not Pixar.
yeah, I like Tarzan, but it's not like if I had to choose.
Ooh, Tarzan.
Like honestly, Soul's up there for sure. Oh, Jungle Book's up there for sure.
Oh, yeah, Jungle Book's a good one too.
Jungle Book.
The original, which one though?
The original Jungle Book. You know what?
It's a bare necessity.
I'd have to say Toy Story's up.
See, bro, and I was not the biggest fan of Toy Stories, man. They are so slow and just like not, I don't know. I
The
lost
sequels
interest.
are all right, but because we grew up, that's probably. But the first one, bro, when they go to the Pizza Planet, bro, I remember when I was little, I was like,
Yeah, and he's in the
Pizza
freaking and they're in the freaking
bro, this
vending
looks so
machine with all the
cool.
little
Yeah,
aliens. Yeah.
this looks so cool, man. Oh, we gotta go to a pizza.
But then they started making them all dumb where they're in the backyard and they're like going into the room with the attacking dog. Like, you know, like that whole movie is so slow, leads up to a crazy part, but then it's just
love that how the neighbor kid he's blowing up toys and shit, dude. I love that movie. I'm saying Toy Story, yeah, 100% Toy Story.
Okay, all right. I like it. All right, now we're
Even
gonna
the
kind of
second one
stay.
when even the second one when he goes and meets Bullseye and he meets what's her name Jessie, and
Yeah.
like the guy tries to you know he loses his arm so he sends him to get repaired. That's just a great movie.
Yeah, and then he gets jacked and put in the freaking showcase. Then he has to go to the store,
Oh,
meets
wait.
all the Buzz Lightyears and stuff. Yeah, that's a good one.
Hold up.
Huh? What you gonna throw out there?
Oh my gosh, bro. You know what? I'm gonna have to take Toy Story back. My favorite Disney movie of all time is Cars, bro.
Well, that's good because I love Cars too. So does the wife.
Theaters, bro.
We watch those all the time. Yeah.
Oh, bro, yeah, it's definitely Cars.
And they're all good. Each
All of
one
them.
is good. They don't get bad. They're all very. You can watch them all over and over again.
Yeah, my chick likes Lion King. Could you hear her?
Yeah. Because you got to think, bro. You think about Disney movies too. You're talking about Remember the Titans, which is I can't not get over something
Yeah.
like that. Like, that's a great one. You're talking like Monsters Inc. You're talking Rookie of the Year, The Rookie. Man, you know, there's a lot out there. Mermaid, George of the Jungle,
Freaking
Flubber. Bro, like, there's a lot of Indiana Jones. Bro, all Marvel. Like, you talk Disney, which
A Goofy
leads us into
movie.
our
Did you
next
watch?
subject. Which leads us into the next subject.
Did you?
What's your favorite Marvel? Which one? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, bro, that classic. The Emperor's the New Groove, Cheaper by the Dozen, Holes, like The Nightmare Before Christmas, bro. Classics that nobody ever will not remember.
Gosh, bro.
Edward Scissorhands,
Dude.
like Mike, The Sandlot, bro. There's classics. There is classics out there, dude. There is. But anyway, next subject here. We're gonna throw it out here. Favorite Marvel character, and me and him are big. We are very, very big into what our favorite Marvel character is. It's real easy. Should be a quick answer.
Black Panther, baby, right here,
right there, right next to him. Mine is the Hulk. You already know. You already know. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Next. We're gonna switch a little bit here. We're gonna talk a little bit about parenting styles.
Captain America's super up there though.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Is she up?
So all parents out there parent differently, obviously. In the new world, there's a lot of new things happening. Me, myself, personally, I'm not one to do gentle parenting. I don't condone it. I don't agree. I think it makes for entitled kids.
What's gentle parenting?
I think that you are allowed to discipline your children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna have my kid in the store running amok, screaming, acting a fool, and allow that to be a thing. You know, it's not. That's not me. So my parenting style, yeah, I might be strict, but I'm also, you know, I'm down to earth. I'm loving. I plan on, you know, that's gonna be majority for me. You know, I want to make sure my kid is given everything that I didn't have the chance to get. You know, if I could do that, then I think I succeeded, you know, making sure he can go to school, do everything he wants to do, and yeah, play sports, all that kind of stuff. And that stuff's not it's not cheap, you know, to put your kid in sports, you know, especially if they want to take it seriously. And I took sports pretty seriously growing up, so I know, you know, equipment and clothes and cleats and shoes and different, you know, different sports cost, you know, different, yeah, everything. So I want my kid to be polite, you know, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. But yeah, you know, I also want him to have his own personality too, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking that away from him at all, you know. I want him to express his feelings too, you know. I want him to be able to tell me he's mad or he's upset, you know. And I want to be able to celebrate with him as well, you know, on all the successes and joy. So
100%.
What about you?
I'm a gentle parent. Nah, I'm like both, bro. I'm a little bit of both, and it's different because you have a son, dude. I have girls. So it's different. I'm 100% though. My kid ain't acting out in the store, bro. Like, it's and like not to sound like cocky or like bragging or anything, but like we're able to, if it's time to go, like say we're at like perfect examples today, we're at the lake and it's time to go. You know, Alyssa's tired, she's pregnant. It's time to go, bro. We can get our kids up, and you know, yeah, they'll say they'll want to stay and stuff, but they'll never like throw a fit.
Right.
I think they've done it once, but like minuscule. But like sometimes we're at water parks because now, you know, it's summertime. We're about to be at water parks and stuff. Some people's got dragging their kids out of there, bro.
Honestly, screaming,
and it's like, oh no, bro.
Right?
About it, bro. The hardest thing about it, like especially when you start taking your kids to school, is your kids will see that. You constantly reinforce with our girls is like, they'll see it because kids are like sponges, bro. They see stuff, so they'll stop and be like, and we have to tell them like, yeah, that's not how you act right there. That baby's bad, you know, not listening to its parents. So like I said, when we go to water parks and it's time to go, yeah, the girls are like, oh, we gotta go, or like the park, oh, we gotta go. And it's like, yeah, you can go one more time, one more ride and stuff like that. But when it's time to go, the kids know it's time to go, and they'll know they'll go back.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we do it like that, and I don't let nobody else discipline the kids though. Like,
oh yeah, no, they're our kids.
Yeah, you might get hurt doing something like that. Even as far as like grandparents and stuff, I don't think I'd be okay with like my grandparents. Like, I mean, like my parents, like yeah, you can smack my kid in the butt like a little bit. But like, you ain't whooping my kid.
But I was yelling at them. That's a discipline.
Yeah, but like,
and if you're in grandma's house, grandma's got rules too. You still got to follow rules in your own mom's house, dog. So
no,
if they do something,
I'm talking about that.
your
I'm
mom's
talking
gonna say something.
Like, what my kid's ass. Like, that's me.
They're not gonna. They're gonna tell you to.
Yeah,
they're gonna expect you to.
But at the end of the day,
but they can also yell at them for not doing something. Like, hey, like for instance, at my babysitter, which is my wife's cousin's house, during Christmas, she puts up trees and she has a bunch of stuff around and on the, you know, like Christmas Day, and her uncle's newest baby's very not disciplined and would grab the shit on the trees and she would smack their hands and they would say stuff and she's like, okay, well, it's my house and you don't discipline them. So either you need to discipline them or I'm going to tell them. But the only way that she's going to get it through their head is by smacking his hand.
Oh yeah, that's totally different.
You know, but that's a discipline though. And
Yeah,
I would condone that. I condone that. I would want her to make sure that my son is behaving over there the way he should be behaving. And if that's not something that she wants, she needs to let him know, because he
that
needs to know that.
that just sucks because that's how they act at home.
Yeah.
I think so. They go over there where it's not allowed, and they think it's normal, and they get their ass whooped. I'm like, what the heck? I'm allowed to do this at home? What? I'm
But
confused.
that's even at grandma's house, bro. Grandma and grandpa say don't touch the tree, don't touch under the tree until the presents are handed out. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why it's like I agree what you're saying. Nobody's gonna whip
Yeah,
my kid's ass. Nobody's pulling a belt out. Nobody's freaking putting their hand, and freaking bending over no knee, nothing like that. But smacking a hand away, yelling at my kid, telling him, I've even, per se, I've put, Maddox in a corner, before,
yeah. But if I see it, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yes, and that's how it should be.
Because you might get your kid from school, and they'd be like, I had to smack your kid up. He wasn't listening, but what if he was? And the teacher was just on one.
But that's different.
Oh,
Family and teachers are different. Like I said, your
Yeah.
your mom, their grandparent,
Oh, yeah.
or like your brother, if they go, they're hanging out with your brother's watching the three, girls, and so, are you gonna say he can yell at your kid?
I mean, he could tell
And
me.
vice versa, is he gonna say that same to you? Because if you're watching his, like say for instance, you move back to Colorado, right, and they're trying to do a sleepover, are you gonna be able to say, hey, you got to listen to me, this is my house, and then they're gonna say, hey, you do what Uncle says, and blah 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 blah. What do you think? What do you got quiet there? I feel that. See, that's what I'm saying. It's different. But anyways, you had brought up activities, so that's gonna hop into our next subject. Favorite activity to do with your kids that you can do right now, like
We love to go swimming.
That's awesome.
Alyssa's dad has a swimming pool, a really nice swimming pool that he put in last year. Like going to the zoo. We like a zoo, and our zoo just upgraded because like one of the biggest, like I said in one of the other episodes, but one of the biggest thing our zoo, it's the Potawatomi Zoo in South Bend, Indiana. So look it up, you can check it out. But one of the biggest things with our zoo was that the lack of like food, but they just put in a food court.
Right, I remember you telling me that when you went the other day.
They just put in like a food court, and now you can get, you can refuel and stuff like that. So that's one of our things too.
Yeah, I agree. I want to get my son swimming this summer for sure. He loved it when we went out there last September when we were visiting you at the lodge up in the Springs.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
they are. And they're open late too to do that. You can swim till what, 10 o'clock? 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock?
and like, bro, like imagine if we stayed there for like a straight 5 days. We were only there for what, a day? Maybe just that day, yeah. Imagine if you stayed there for like 5 days. But that's one thing that, I'm trying to get vacation time and stuff, man.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, something like that, definitely. Next question: if you could take your kids somewhere fully covered, where would it be? So I like how you said Disney. I do, but I'm thinking something outside the box here. I want to travel to another country and experience something out there.
Shoot, we're not huge fans.
Because Disneyland, bro, that's awesome and all, but imagine going to like Italy, seeing the Eiffel Tower, and eating some exotic foods out there.
Yeah, but
that's fully covered. You have hotel, rental car. I'm talking nice places. Dining's covered. Activities are covered.
My buddy's been to Italy and he said it's not that good. Like there's a bunch of pickpocketers there, and it's just like I don't know. If I were anywhere, bro, it would probably be like the Virgin Islands. I've always wanted to go to the Virgin Islands.
Okay. Seeing my aunt and uncle, they just went to the Bahamas, and they said it's probably the best place they've ever visited, and they would go back immensely. It has everything you could want. Pools on pools, ocean, beaches.
Where?
Food, the Bahamas.
See, that's what I'm more like, the Bahamas, Barbados, like some places like that.
Bora Bora,
freaking
something like that. Yeah. See, that's what I'm thinking. So that's kind of where I'm going with that.
But why I like the Virgin Islands is because it's the U.S. Virgin Islands, bro. You don't need a passport.
Oh, see, we already have passports, so it's nothing. We could go anywhere we want. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you already got your passport, Mr. Passport?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Alrighty. Next thing we're gonna jump into is our questionnaire segment. Something we've relatively been asked recently by family and friends is how do we balance our work, relationship, kids, and fun? Like our hobbies, stuff that we like to do, as you heard me say in the other episode, doing cornhole. I like to do softball leagues, things like that, play video games. T loves playing video games with the fellas and things like that. Going to the gym, still having to work your daily job, 5 days a week, just to provide, and that's cutting it close. You're working, slaving away just to cut by check to check. Still gotta care for your wife, or your girlfriend or your fiance, and take care of them, surprise them with dates, plan things, make them feel like they're cared about still, but still try and have fun, man. You have to be able to have fun together and apart, man. That's what people don't understand in this life and in this new age. Like, you think that you have to do every single thing with your partner. You do not, and you're gonna get over it fast. And if you do that and you get worn out, then you're fighting, then you're breaking up, starting over. So people need to learn in a relationship to be able to have your own time.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, and if you can do that, I'll tell you, you can do anything. I promise. You can make it work.
Especially out there in Colorado, because you got to deal with crazy prices of things, man. Like,
A lot of places, though, it's not just Colorado, man. Like, you think about it, California, Texas.
yeah, but they've always been like that. Like, California's always been expensive. California,
That's true.
bro, she used to go a long way, you know what I mean? Especially in Colorado. Now it's just expensive there, like even rent.
Mm-hmm.
Like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom used to be like $950, $1,100 tops. Now it's what, $1,850, $1,900?
Well, depends. Depends on where you're at.
Your last apartment with Logan, what was it?
Our apartment was $2,300
for no parking. Like,
yeah, no assigned parking.
bro,
No garage. If you wanted a garage, it was an extra $100 a month, and then it wasn't even close to your apartment. You're walking a freaking mile.
yeah, no pets, don't have a backyard now. Like,
Yeah.
at least, like, do you have a fenced backyard?
Oh yeah.
Now you got a backyard. Now you got all this,
A car, yeah, car and a half size garage. 2-bedroom, huge living room, kitchen, and it's a house. I don't have neighbor. I have neighbors, but I don't have upstairs, downstairs, right next to me, right next.
Yeah,
left, right, side, up, down.
like,
oh yeah, 100% agree.
Because like over here in Indiana, bro, I mean, it's cheaper, but it's still expensive. The thing is, like, I don't know, the jobs. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, it's expensive, but not in the same way.
Right.
But, how I balance it is just, first and foremost, faith in God, bro. Going to church, keeping our house in order. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing. And it's so easy to not do that and to, just start slipping in this crazy world. And then, another thing is like fellowship, hanging out with people. Because once you get by yourself, bro, it's easy to get depressed. It's easy to think about all the stuff you don't have.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, having a support system, communicating. People think communicating is freaking all this, that, and this. Like, if you don't communicate,
bro, that's what I'm saying.
Go ahead, bottle it up. You're going to just eat yourself up. There ain't nobody that's going to be able to help you but you.
It's good to have a group. Like, I got a Bible study group, I got you guys and stuff. And then football season's coming up. And then, like, having a good job, like your coworkers at work too, like having a good job is good. Because my job's cool. And the cool thing about my job is I do installs. So I tell people all the time, like, I don't like a normal job. You go to the same office every day. You go, you see the same people every day. Like, I don't, bro. I'm seeing, like, tomorrow we got 5 jobs, 5 different houses, 5 completely different people, 5 different animals I get to meet if they all have dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Just cool stuff like that. So
yeah,
but it's easy, and especially how expensive everything is right now. It's crazy.
Exactly. Well, moving on from that, let us know what you guys think. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this little would you rather segment. I'll let you go ahead and take that over, T.
Keyboard's being weird. Let's see. Let me go over here. The Would You Rather Real Life Edition?
Yes, sir.
And I have Would You Rather, because we already talked about we already talked about your favorite food, Joe. You know what I'm saying? What was your favorite food?
We agreed on the barbecue plate.
Yeah, okay.
Ribs.
So,
yeah. Outside of that, I love roast steak.
Would you rather never eat your favorite food again or never go on vacation again, bro? What you got to give up? You that Italy trips?
I'd give up my favorite food because I could try immaculate things on vacation in different
Yeah,
places.
you're right, bro. That's
Bro,
like
I could try some freaking exotic fruits that I've never had
that wasn't
going to Hawaii.
Yeah. Because not vacationing ever again, bro, is like, what would you do?
You're insane. You're going to just work the rest of your life till you die. All over your favorite food, so you can eat your favorite food, the same thing every single day. You're not gonna get tired of that? Hell yeah, you are gonna get tired of that.
Yeah, you are.
All right, next one. I already know my first answer for the next one.
The top 5 comfort TV shows and movies.
Yep.
You want to hit that? All right, we got our top 5 comfort TV shows or movies, and they could be all together. You want me to go first, or you go?
Let's throw 1 and 1. So I'm gonna throw a TV show out first. All American. I freaking love that show.
I've never seen All American. Mine, House MD, 100%.
Okay.
It's a
movie.
It's a really
The Longest Yard. I could watch that movie and laugh any day of the week.
Longest Yard. All right. I'd have to say for me,
can of corn, I'll be all right.
Yeah, dude. I'd say Hot Rod.
Yeah, that's a good one, bro. I just saw that.
I used to watch Hot Rod every night, bro. I could say that whole movie. So that's one TV show, one movie.
One movie. Yep. Another TV show. You go ahead next. Go ahead.
A TV show for me, I would say The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I agree.
Nope.
I'm putting it in.
George Lopez show is mine.
All right. That's hard. I'm gonna keep Fresh Prince in because Fresh Prince is Fresh Prince, man. You can't go past. You just can't. But man, George Lopez is good too.
George Lopez, good, bro.
Oh, that's so tough. Oh, definitely Fast and the Furious series saga. It don't matter which one. I'm a fan of all of them, so I could watch any Fast and the Furious movie. The newer ones kind of are getting like absurd, but you talk about first 5, first 4. Yeah, Fast and Furious, I love them.
Bro, this man said Fast and the Furious. All 5 of them you like? The first 2 are fire, bro. The first 2,
like I said, the first 2 or 3 are the best ones. Don't get me wrong, that'll never be but I will watch any of them. So go ahead, what you got?
Oh yeah, The Hateful Eight for sure with Samuel L. Jackson stuff, Hateful Eight. But I gotta throw in the Rush Hours, bro. We watch the Rush Hours all the time.
Yeah,
we watch the Rush Hours all the time, bro. I can't even. Yeah, I can't. The first one's the first one's fire, bro. I love it. What about you? What movie?
Another show I'm gonna throw out there. Prison Break.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. That show's good.
There's a lot of shows though, cause man, like The 100.
I never seen The 100,
bro.
Nah, bro.
Or even like Stranger Things. Like
never seen.
There's a lot of
we've never
that we could throw out there.
What about?
They're not watching everything. You cannot be no fanatic if you ain't
bet.
watching.
Let me throw some at you. Ozark.
Seen it.
Oh, you have? That's up there for sure. Breaking Bad's up there.
You seen the Breaking? I've seen the sequel to that as well. Better Call Saul. If you don't even know it, then you ain't even really. You ain't even really about this.
That's a prequel. Isn't it a prequel or is it after?
It's after. I mean, technically, it came out after, but it was before because it was when he was younger.
Aziza, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah,
The Librarians.
Never seen The Librarians.
My goodness, seeing like you can even throw in stuff too. Like I'm sure that you want to. The Simpsons, Rick and Morty, Futurama,
Rick.
Adventure Time. Hey, here's another one. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Weeds.
No.
That was a good one. Let's see here. Friends.
Oh, yeah. Friends, bro. Last Pregnancy.
Malcolm in the Middle. The Middle.
Bro, what's wrong with this keyboard, bro?
Seinfeld. Bro, come on. Oh, good. Hold on. The Big Bang. And also, there's Roseanne. And what's the other one? Oh, what's the one I'm thinking of? He drives in New Jersey, and he's the, UPS driver.
What you talking about?
He plays Paul Blart. What's that actor? What is that? What is that TV show he played in way back when he was driving and he was in King of Queens?
King of Queens. Yep. Him and his wife.
Yep. Yeah, King of Queens or something like that. That was a good one. See, bro, there's a lot. That's just how you know I'm fanatic. I love TV. I love movies.
You know what you know about the Martins? Martin.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Hey, guess what? Yellowstone, another one. See, bud. Oh my goodness, you and your wife would get into that. I'm telling you. And it's a lot of seasons, and you could watch sequels and stuff to it. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Hawaii Five O. I've seen all these, man. Teen Wolf.
Yeah,
That's
that
another good one.
low
That's
key.
another.
I'm not even gonna lie. I like the Twilights. Those Twilight movies are
Oh
good.
yeah, Twilight movies. Yeah, those are one of my favorite. My wife watches them on repeat all the time. She also watches Grey's Anatomy. A lot of people do watch Vampire Diaries. I've seen some. I haven't watched all of it. Gossip Girl, Smallville, The Fosters, New Girl, Heart of Dixie, Sex and the City. These are all also very popular. I've also seen 90210. Yeah, we could go on for days though. There's too many. There's too many. There's just too many things to watch. But we gave you our top fives. We like to hear your guys' top fives. Throw it in the comments. Let us know what you think.
Throw 'em in there.
And what's the last subject? You ready?
Well, yeah. What does success actually look like to you? Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
So for me, success is owning my own land. I'd like to have a farm one day. I don't want a bunch of farm animals, and I'm not talking huge, but I'd like to have a couple horses, maybe a cow, some chickens.
Out in Colorado or what?
Yeah, definitely out towards the mountains too. I don't want to be east. I want to go west with a job making, 150 plus a year. And house size doesn't matter to me. I want a size of a house that my family fits in comfortably, and I have a big room. Bathroom matters. I want a stand up shower separate from the tub. I want a huge jacuzzi tub, and I want a stand up shower double head. That'd be
Okay.
something I put some money to. But house wise, sturdy house. That's what I want. I want to put my money into everything else.
Okay.
For my family. And then I'd like to have a couple toys. I'd like to have, the truck that I want, a Cummins, and then, a good car for the wife and the kids. But then, a couple toys, boat, some things like that. I don't want to be rich. I'm not trying to be no millionaire. I'm not trying to be in that bracket of life. I mean, it would be nice. Don't get me wrong. That'd be a dream. Realistically, working man. That's what I want.
What about, and then how many days a week you working?
I want to be working 3 to 4.
Yeah.
I'd like to be a business owner. You know what I'm saying? Because me and my wife could do that. That's a lot of work, but I'd like to work 3 to 4 days a week and then have a crew running under me for the other 2 to 3.
That's solid, bro. That's attainable. That's attainable, dog. Let's get it.
Yeah, you already know, dog.
For me, I'm gonna be a billionaire. I just want to be able to, success to me, man, is getting all the kids to school, refrigerators
Right.
full, dogs happy, wives happy, kids are happy, able to go to all the events, the kid events, you know what I mean? Picking up the kids on time from school. Because I don't think I'm gonna have my kids ride the bus. Like just a job that, working 3 to 4 days a week, but taking care of it. And Alyssa, if she wants to work a couple days a week, that's fine too. But like, bro, if I could be able to take care of the family on my own, what a blessing that would be, dude. Because right now I'm making like what? 45, 48, 50 a year. With everybody's tough, but
Yeah.
it'll work out, man. Because the cool thing about having all that when all said and done is you remember what you didn't have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And how hard it was to struggle. But yeah, man, having all the kids being able to have their room, Alyssa being able to have an office, me being able to have an office somewhere and, just being able to lock in, would love to go to school, finish some school up, man, get my degree.
Yeah.
Figure some stuff out. But man, it would just be, I want another car. Like
So you want to go back to school, huh?
Just learn some stuff, because I'm gonna apply for the Amazon jobs out here. Like this place is about to explode, dude. They're building these Amazon facilities, these 5 Amazon buildings out here. Microsoft just got a contract out here. They're building a Microsoft building. They're building a Samsung building to make some more chips, and they're building a General Motors, and that's like 5,000 people each that has to employ, and that's not even the people you got to bring in to build the place. Those are just the people that are going to be working once they, show up to the office and things like that. So, that's the cool thing about me doing installs, man. Like I was talking to some dudes doing installs, man, and they were like, I work for Amazon, bro. And I was like, dang, bro, I'm making $40 an hour. And they do code, like, I was like, do I got to go to school and all that stuff for it? And they're like, bro, they'll teach you most of it on the job. And I'm not hopping in there. I'm not thinking, oh man, I'm going to go apply to Amazon. I'll make $40 an hour tomorrow. Like, bro, I would be
But
dope.
obviously, it's something
25,
you work up to.
26, 27, something to work up to.
You got to be cautious because Amazon will mess up. They don't care about what hours you work, and they're not going to
Well,
give
that's
you the
what I'm
schedule
saying.
you want.
These guys said it's solid. It's not like a slanging package. It's not like throwing the package. It's like logistics, doing like, coding and things like that.
Okay.
Like data centers and things like that, where you have to have a badge to get in and things like that. These guys have like 3 different badges. Like my boy Brian, who was working with me, all he's doing is running wire, like taking Cat 5 internet wire and just grabbing it and running it over there. He's making $25 an hour doing that. Yeah.
Dang.
It's got
That's
the
good.
Amazon badges and shit like that. So just thinking about, I'm trying to get into so Amazon's good, but I'm trying to get into tech. That's what's cool about Best Buy, because like, I don't do good in the heat. I'll be honest, I don't do too good in the heat, and I don't do too good in the cold. So like these indoor tech jobs where I can, and tech's where it's going. Like,
Oh yeah.
being able to dig a hole with a shovel is cool and all, but shit, that only gets you like 15, 16 an hour nowadays. You got to be the project manager making the money. What do? They're doing the logistics. They're mapping it out. They're doing this. They're doing that. So that's what I'm trying to get into.
Yes, 100%.
And then once Alyssa starts working, bro, she's got a bachelor's degree in business. She'll be able to just start doing her thing wherever she wants to work. She'll be able to start doing it, and so these freaking got to start saving for college funds and things like that. So, yeah,
Yep.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is.
Fuck yeah, brother.
You
I like it. I like it. But yeah, that is going to conclude tonight's episode, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys liked it. If you haven't, if you're new, like, comment, subscribe, follow, share. Do it all. Do it all. Do it all. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody.
We appreciate you guys, man. Have a good night. Be safe. Like, subscribe. And hey, come back next week.
Next episode, next week. Have a good night, everybody.